Guys, so I was cleaning out my son's room just like a minute ago, and I stumbled across my scrapbook. Keep in mind, this is just something that I wanted to do, you know, to keep all my memories and stuff. So it's not the perfect thing in the whole wide world, but to me, I treasure this a lot because this has been like a lot of places with me and just bits and pieces of our life. So I will share with you what I got, and it's like kind of big. So okay, whenever I first decided that I wanted to start scrapbooking was when of course I got married and I had gotten pregnant, and I wanted to, you know, keep something, you know, for month to month or whatever of the pregnancy and stuff. So anyways, this says March 2004, Justin and Stephanie. This was the first time we met, was in the month of March. I had never been so happy in my life until I met my one and only true love. I love him so much. I knew the very first time I laid eyes on him that he was the one. I couldn't eat, sleep, just couldn't get my mind off of Justin. I love him so much. We would go to Piney Creek, a really whole lot, and swim. And I'll never forget, at those picnic tables, we came up with the nicknames Sly Dog and Blow Pop. I love Justin so much. So I done this March 2004. And there's some pictures. And I was in actually my house at the time whenever I took these. Actually, I think my mama took them. Time goes by so fast. And then this picture here, we were in Gatlinburg. Justin always knew, well, actually whenever we first met, I told him that I wanted a Mercedes. Well, what did he do? And we wasn't even married, we were dating. And he went and bought that for us. And I loved that car. It was the bomb. It had like a something wrong with the top. It would leak. And like somehow it leaked all the way through that car, and it took us forever to get the water out. And then after that we sold it, and I love that car. Here is the picture of whenever we got married, and we got married at the courthouse. This was July 04. I met him in March of 04 and married in July of 04, so a very short time. I just knew that he was the one. And here's a picture of us. I was so freaking little. And right here is my stepdad. That was my aunt and uncle. They moved to Florida. And then my mama, she's passed away. And then that was the people that married us. And then here's a picture of me and my mom whenever I got married. This was actually before I got married. My mama wasn't going to let me go, but Justin begged and pleaded. And we went to Gatlinburg for a weekend. And look how little I was. It's unbelievable. And there's where we stayed. And then this one was in the hot tub. And look at that awesome hot tub. And it says, this was the first place together by ourselves. We had a really good time. And then this is a restaurant that we went to in Gatlinburg. You could eat all you want. I think it's like that family home cooking restaurant up there. They've changed the name of it now. And then that next day, we went to Dollywood. And I was so sick during this time. Like, I didn't know what was wrong with me, but I was, like, really sick. And it's Tennessee Tornado, the first roller coaster we had ride together. Actually, the first ride we rode together. And then he won us this big monkey by throwing rings. We had to carry that big old George around all the time. And then there's some more. I just enjoy doing this. I'm so far behind on this. It's not even funny. I don't really have time to do it anymore. And then there is us acting like a big, or actually a little kid. And then here's us again. And then there's me eating a corn dog, and there's us with the big Curious George. And he took a picture of my butt. Oh, God. And then here is Justin eating a candy apple. And this is in Alabama whenever, these are kind of, I kind of got some of these backwards, but oh well. And this is whenever we went to Alabama. He had to go for a job, which it was a nightmare. I hated it. I hated staying in that hotel for all them weeks. But anyways, I was 5 months pregnant here. And this was in November. And then look at my belly. That was him asleep. That was him and Lady that we had. We had her for 5 years. And then there's us again. This was a dog that my mom had given me. And then there's some cotton fields in Alabama. And this was Thanksgiving. And whenever he would go to another job and work, I lived here, of course, so, and my mama lived like 30 minutes away. So since he had to go by her house, I would wake up like early in the morning and ride down there, and I would get in the bed and sleep. I was sick, deathly sick. You know, being pregnant and stuff. And these pictures are bringing too many memories back. But I mean, it's something special. And there's my mama and me. We're all happy. Every time we were together, we were happy. And then there's my big old belly. Look, it kind of looked like an alien belly. And then there's me again, sick. This was my mama's dog. Actually, this was my dog whenever I lived with my mom. What was that, Noble? What was that, girlfriend? Was you talking?
Yeah.
And then this was me and Justin. We're in the car coming back home from Oak Ridge. Us being silly. Here's one 4 months pregnant. Like I said, some of these are backwards. I think they had fallen out a while back. Actually, a long time ago. And like, I just put them back in there. That was my little bitty belly. Quit, Floofy. Quit. And there's me and my mama. She was very, very proud that she was going to be having a granddaughter. Then here is, this was at 10 Mile Church, dressed up like the old days. They had a little thing where, you know, you dress up. And that's me and Justin. And that right there is my brother and his stepwife. All of these are little Mother's Day cards that I just kept. I have more, but whenever I was collecting them, that was them. And it's just little things that Justin had got me. And there, that one was a Valentine's Day card. See if I can get this back in there. I'll probably just wait. There's more. Those are anniversary, Father's Day. I need to get those gathered up and put them all in here. This was March 4th and 5th, Athens Regional Hospital. I had went into labor, and I had really, really bad back labor. That's my brother, and that's Justin, and that was my mama. She put a washcloth over my head. And then here's little Miss Katie. Look how little she was. I was so proud when I had her. It was the best feeling in the whole wide world. And then that's my cousin Lori. And then me and my mama. And then here's Kaitlyn. Kaitlyn was born March 5th, 2005 at 2:15. Look at that pretty little girl. And then here's some more pictures. And then that's her birth certificate. And then that was her footprint. And then this right here was Justin's nanny, the one that had cancer. She passed away like a few months after I had Katie. And it says, Nanny fixed up the closet, and she was so tickled she couldn't wait to see Kaitlyn. And she did get to see her. And she helped do all that. Actually, she done the majority of it because I stayed so sick all the time. And then this says, the last thing she told me was to take good care of you, and for me and Justin to stay in church and to keep you in church. That was talking about Kaitlyn. And then this is when I brought her home. And then there she is. This here was our first vacation together to South Carolina. And look how happy she was. She had a good time. And then there's some more. These are my cousins from South Carolina. Sophie, Rochelle, and Chris. And then there's us out in the rain at my cousin's house in South Carolina. And then this one is Katie's first Christmas. And of course, y'all know how I sing all the time. I had to get her a little piano with the microphone with it. And that's my aunt. And that's Katie's nanny, Justin's mom. My stepdad got Katie this little rocking chair. And then that's Justin's papa and mama. And then this is Katie's first birthday. They sure do grow up too fast. Katie's second vacation was back to South Carolina. And then this wasn't still in South Carolina. And then more pictures. Look at that pretty little thing. She was 2-year-old here. And then the princess. And then this is a picture of my mama. It says, Mama was a wonderful grandmother / mother friend. She was my everything. She had taught me so much about so many things, to never give up, to keep on going. She would always say, take one day at a time. She was a very strong person and loved the Lord. Mom, if I could tell you that I love you, and thanks for being there for me and leading me to the Lord. You are a wonderful grandmother to Katie. She will never forget you. She remembers reading Three Little Pigs, and you got to see Gracie a few times. And now I have a little boy, Justice, September 17th, 2008. Whew, that's kind of emotional. I haven't run into these pictures in forever. This one was taken the last month in August. I was pregnant with Gracie, and she came up to my house. Kaitlyn's third Christmas. She helped me do that. Those little chain link things. Look at her here. And then more pictures. There's Miss Gracie. And then that was their little pink room that they shared together. They had all kinds of toys. It was crazy. Which they still do, but they have their own rooms now, so it's not as bad. And then there's some more. This time here, for me, it was kind of hard because I lost my mom. Gracie was 3 weeks old, and it's just, you know, it's during having a kid, it's supposed to be like one of those happy, you know, you're supposed to be happy, and which I was happy for her, but at the same time, my world had like crushed, so it was a very difficult time for me and for us, but you know what? The good Lord helped me through it. Then here is me, my mama, and my other mama, Nancy. This was my mom's mom. She passed away like 2 years ago. And she was in the nursing home. And I had picked her up to take her to my other mama's house for Thanksgiving for a little while. And then this is my sister-in-law and my husband's dad and his stepsisters and brothers. And stepmom. That was Katie's first Thanksgiving. And then there's my grandma. I went to the nursing home and visited her. There's Katie. There's my aunt. She passed away last year. That was my mama's half-sister and her cousin Tessie. And then there's... I let Katie help me decorate this one. And she liked Wonder Pet, so she put that sticker there. And then there's me and my girls. And there's my aunt. There's me and my little cousin, Kobe. And my cousin, Lori and Jacqueline and Dion. Here's us at the Dixie Stampede with my girls. And then here I was pregnant with Justice. I was 3 months pregnant. And then there's me and my sister, ex-sister-in-law. I always say sister-in-law, but that was my husband's ex-wife. There's me 6 months. And then here's me 8 months with my big old belly. And with my boys, I carried them so low. And then here's Mr. Justice Nathaniel Nelson. He was born January 30th, 2009. And it says, my mom didn't get to meet Justice, but she knew, and I believe she sees him in Katie and Gracie. She came to me in a dream before I was even pregnant with him and told me I was having a little boy, and sure enough, I did. She would be so proud of all of her grandchildren. And here's Justice Nathaniel Nelson. And it says, whenever we first found out we were having a boy, I think we both were in shock. We were so happy that you were going to be our little boy. My mom came to me in a dream way before we got pregnant, and she said, Stephanie, you were going to have a boy. Sure enough, a few months later, got pregnant and had you. So there's Mr. Justice. He had that jaundice stuff. That's why he was yellow. Now, I kind of look bad here because my heart started acting up during this time. Like, really bad. And then here's all of us on Easter. Little Miss Gracie. Look at her hair. It's wacky. That's funny. And then there's me again and the kids. This is when we went to the zoo. Justin had to work, and so we were on the kid, or no, I don't think Katie was in school, but Justin had to work, and one time I just got bored, so I took all the kids with me to the zoo, all by myself. This is to American Idol. Justin took me to American Idol for season, I don't know which one it was, but it was Taylor Hicks, the one that I wanted to go see. I was in love with him. Then this was to the Crab family, I think. And then Crackle Barrel, the Grand Ole Opry. I think this is the one I went and seen Josh Turner. And who else was it? I think that time it was just Josh Turner that I went and seen, a few others. And then that's the movie boat that we went and seen. There's another, just one of the little things that you can pick up when you're there. The Incline Railway in Chattanooga. And then I used to keep all of these receipts, which I still do, and I've got them piled up, like places we've been. I just hadn't got a chance to put, you know, in my scrapbook. This was Halloween in 2005. That was Katie's first Halloween. And then there's Katie and Gracie. And there's my little nephew, Noah. And there's Justice and Justin, and then all of us together. And then there's Miss Gracie. And then Gracie and Katie. And then Gracie. Katie's first haircut. She had got a hold of the scissors and gapped her hair up. Her hair was plumb past her butt. Had to take her to Walmart and get it fixed. I was so mad. There was Katie at the first time at the skating rink. And the first time at the fire department when they got to meet the, you know, things at the library that they had. Katie and Brayley bowling. And then there's Lake Winnie Masoka. I think that was her first time there. Then the Lost Sea. And there's pictures of it. And there's a receipt whenever we went. And this was at the cabins in Gatlinburg. It's just a thing that we always do during the fall time. We always go up there and relax and have a good time. This was at the Black Bear Christmas Spectacular dinner and show. That was freaking awesome. And then there's more pictures. That right there, they were actually catching bubbles. They had a thing that was shooting out bubbles. And then this is December 2009. Let's see what this is. I'm so thankful, and so is Justin, for our wonderful family. God has blessed us beyond measure with 3 beautiful kids that we love so much. Thank you, Lord, for blessing us. For you, 1 year old. Merry Christmas, Mom and Dad, you guys. And then here's us